Hi.
Hello. It's our theme music. I don't know.
Is it?
Yeah, sure.
I'm Lou,
I'm Cindy.
and we're faking sanity in Dawson Creek, BC,
Canada.
Canada.
And we own a yarn store and bookstore.
Yep.
And
coffee shop.
And coffee shop and pride store and a little of everything because that's how you do it in small towns.
Yep.
And this is our podcast.
Uh,
Welcome back if you've been here before. But we are so sporadic that you probably haven't been. Unless you're Rebecca. Rebecca gets on my case daily about podcasting.
yes, I think she's very excited because
Which is hilarious because I talk to her daily.
Yeah, but it's not the same.
Okay. Hi.
Hi. We're crazy.
We are crazy. Faking Sanity is the name of our store and our podcast, and it's very, very us. People ask us how we picked it, and we're just like, well,
Nothing else fit quite as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you want to talk about your Christmas presents?
Oh, sure.
Because it's after Christmas.
It is.
Because, we're bad at this.
Yeah. I guess the first one.
Oh, I got one of those too.
Michelle, Cindy's sister, gave us both a little set of these, and they're is it a screw-on cap?
It's a screw.
It is.
Yeah.
They're the stitch keepers that you slide onto the end of your needle. Oh, and
They're very stinky right now.
it's still new, so it still smells. But then she gave us each a set of short one and long one, and a couple of ends so we can clip it on.
And then last night, Lou separated for sleeves and forgot these at the store.
I did. I left them intentionally at the store, thinking,
Podcast.
well, I'll show them on the podcast.
Yeah.
But yes, they're super handy if you're, for example, pulling off stitches for a sleeve. To just put the little end stopper on and hold your stitches until you need them again. If you're smart and have them at home with your knitting.
And these are 2mm ones, and she's talking about doing 4mm ones
Yeah,
too.
she's going to do some of these at the Fiber Fest. She said she's got 2mm cords and 4mm cords for the heavier stuff. Although I like the 2mm anyway.
I do too. Though the one thing about the 2mm is if you
Won't
have
stretch over the really large needles.
if you have a thicker, you can like stick the tip of your needle in it and then just like
slide the stitches
slide
off.
it. Yeah.
Yeah. So I think those will be very useful, and they're cute little cases, and yeah, it'll be in my knitting bag. Cindy got one too.
I did.
It's her sister didn't just give them to me.
I got purple. I guess so. I did get knitting stuff for Christmas.
Oh yeah,
And I got some stitch markers for my birthday, which I didn't bring because I forgot.
you're horrible.
I'm horrible at this.
I asked her if she had any gift stuff to show.
Well, once we were here, no big deal. Okay.
And then the other thing I got, Hannah made me a little project bag, which is going to be my new hat and sock project bag. And I have a love of dinos that is not hidden at all, but I love dinos, and they glow in the dark. They're so cool. And then she wanted to find some gray fabric to go with it and didn't have any that was like a nice heavy twill. So she took some cream colored cotton twill and hand dyed it in like splotchy grays for me to go with it. So it's super sturdy, and if I stand it up, like it actually stands, even though it's a thin little bag. So it's going to be perfect for
That
knitting.
is some really nice fabric.
It is, yeah. It's nice heavy fabric. So yeah, and then it's dinos. Look at that! Look at that print. It's amazing. So yes, Hannah made me a project bag, and then she spoiled me. She also stocked. My favorite spinning fiber ever is Honui from New Zealand, and she stocked their website and got me a pound or 400 grams of the pearl, which is my favorite colorway, in 19.6 micron Honui. And it is floofy and gorgeous and like, oh, look at that. She
Oh, okay.
yeah. Fiona is the lady who runs the farm and the wool business, and she's a spinner, so she developed this flock as a spinning flock. And she gets every single fleece micron tested and then sells it. Like each batch you get, not just this is average 20 to 21 micron,
Yeah.
fine, but this batch is 19.6 microns. But yes, I love this natural kind of pearly gray white. And so
Not
she's
really gray.
it is,
It's not
it
a
is
yellowy white.
Not in this light.
Oh yeah, we have kind of crap lights.
Yeah. But so she stalked it when she created a Reddit account so that she could find out what the wool was because she couldn't remember the name. She was like, okay, who knows?
She just messaged me.
I don't know. But she was like, I created a Reddit account and I asked, what's the special wool that isn't merino from New Zealand? There's this one flock. And anyway, so she found out it was Hanui, and then she went on the website and stalked until they had this color in stock. Because the lady separates the Hanui sheep come in all different colors. And so she separates them and grades them into 9 different kind of color categories. So she waited until she had that and bought me a bag. She's so sweet.
She's a nerd just like you.
She's a sweetie.
Yeah.
And she said her staff were laughing at her and they're like, are you stalking that weird sheep site again? And then her sister has started doing resin. And so she made me a yarn bowl, and it's gold and glittery and festive, and it's got like sparkly navy edging on the top. It's really cute. And I have a big yarn bowl for bigger balls, but this will be perfect for little stuff. But it also would work well for like projects that have loads of stitch markers and stuff to keep all your
elbows off the table.
Elbows off the table. I haven't done this in a while. Anyway, yes, it's adorable. It's super solid and it's pretty, and I'm very excited. She's so sweet. So thank you, Hannah, and thank you, Sarah. And
Very
thank
cool.
you, Shell.
And thank you, Shell.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was my Christmas gifts.
So I could do the Christmas gifts I gave away.
Yeah.
Or haven't given away yet, or gave away and then went into steal so that I could show it on the podcast.
Yes, do that.
Well, this is also kind of Whip Lucky Dip.
That's true. Okay. Finish with that one. Start with your gifts that you gave away, and then finish with the Whip Lucky
Well,
Dip.
this one I haven't given away yet. It is a hat. What a shock. I knit a lot of hats. But we have a staff member, Dano, who is allergic to wool. And we got in cashmere.
And she's not allergic to cashmere.
She's not allergic. So I knit her a hat. And this is our Faking Sanity Tranquility cashmere, which is a light fingering weight.
Very light fingering weight, like bordering on lace.
But what I did with this is I held it 3-ply by doing ply on the fly.
Which
is kind of like a Navajo ply if you're a spinner.
Or a chain ply.
Chain ply if you're a spinner.
Yeah.
It's just a really, really quick and easy way to hold something triple.
Yeah.
So yeah, and I started it and it was way, way too dense and it wouldn't even fit on Lou, who's got the tiny head. So
I do have the tiny head. Look at this.
That's just the way we're sitting.
No, we're sitting
behind
side
me,
by side.
No.
I have a tiny head.
No. Well, you do. It's because there's not much up there. Anyway, it's just a plain old hat. But what I did is, when I was changing colors, I would slip every second stitch just to give it this little bit of texture. I
Visual
like it.
interest.
Visual interest.
Not texture.
Well, it is actually kind of texture.
Oh, I guess slip stitches.
But I have to block it. What a shock.
It will be lovely. And it has been above 0 this week.
Yeah,
for
but
the past
before
2
Christmas,
weeks.
it was like -40.
But it will go back.
I was going to say -40 Celsius, which is, oh, never mind,
Minus
-40
40
Fahrenheit. It was cold.
Yeah.
And snowy.
Yes, we had a little bit of issues with our building where it was above 0 and then it froze to -40, and then the overflow pipe for the runoff from the roof couldn't flow, so it dripped.
It flowed into one of the suites upstairs.
One of the suites upstairs. So one of our tenants was out of her suite for a week while we cleaned up and replaced.
Okay, I have one more
stuff.
finished project. You don't have any finished.
No.
Okay. Yeah.
You're ridiculous.
What a silly thought. It's a cowl. It is, I have to block it too because the edges kind of pull in, but it is out of, what is it? Gusto Echoes Worsted. So we got this in at the store, I don't know, in the fall sometime.
Yeah, we've had the fingering for a while, but we just got in the worsted.
Yeah, and I wanted to show how it knit up. So it's one where you start and you knit this way as far as you can and then you join it.
No.
And I thought that showed it off really, really well because it's just this long color gradient. And then it...
Over the glasses.
And I do actually like it being tight at the top because then you can like...
You can put it over your nose and it stays there.
And it stays, exactly.
Yeah.
Or it can sit like that.
That's a nice color.
And the pattern, woo, oh, I always have funky hair on this because I do that, is called the Free for All Cowl by Jen Peck. And I just got it off Ravelry. I'm pretty sure it was a free one. And it was really fun because it was, you know, it had...
interest.
It had interest. It wasn't... Yeah. Wee.
So,
Yeah.
that's very cool.
Okay.
I love the teal.
You can talk about one of your projects now.
Okay. Well, actually, I will talk about one of the things I've been working on. Has been some spinning. So I had this bobbin of wool that I had spun last year, and on my little nano spinner.
Eel wheel.
It's an electric eel wheel nano spinner, and it's lovely. It's not my favorite wheel because it's much slower than my normal one, but I wanted to try spinning a decent project on it to build up some skill on that little wheel. And we just gave one of these to one of our staff who's gone down a spinning rabbit hole and is so excited. But this is the fiber that I'm spinning, and it's a fleece I bought at the local colony just north of here.
Mennonite colony. Hutterite.
No, Hutterite. They're Hutterite.
Okay.
Anyway, this one is a Suffolk Dorset cross, and it's really crimpy and lovely. It's a little short. This is one of the shorter pieces, but I just washed each lock and then, flicked the locks and spun just like that. So I just spun right from the locks, and then the second ply I am spinning on my Turkish spindle that I got from one of our local vendors, Very Violet Ventures. And so it's lovely. This purple heart. Isn't that a fabulous color for wood? That's not a stain. That's the natural color of the wood. Anyway, yes, I love it. And at the end, you get a nice center pull ball. You just pull out the arm and pull it out, and you've got a center pull ball, so I can ply the two together easily. And yeah, it's been lovely to spin like what is fairly coarse wool. This is actually really soft for Suffolk Dorset cross. But taking a coarse wool and spinning it fine, I think will make an amazing sock yarn because it's a stronger wool. And then I'll have some beautiful sock yarn that will
eventually
be super sturdy. I am so hard on my socks. I just blew a hole in my favorite socks.
I told you to just give them to me and I'll darn them up because that's what I was doing.
The socks that I designed, and I got the yarn from a yarn we had here, and I designed the pattern, and then I wore them and wore them and wore them, and now I have a hole.
It's fixable.
Me.
Cuz. Okay, so I had these socks long ago. I don't even remember what the yarn is. Lou thinks some sort of German sock yarn.
It might be online.
Yeah.
Like online super sock.
Not a clue. I do not remember at all. It was not in my Ravelry, so I can't tell you anything about these socks.
It was one of the ones we had here, and it was the last one.
It was sitting in my darning. Both of them, I'd blown out the heels. So this one wasn't too bad. So what I did is I took a thin reinforcement yarn and double knit over everything. And where there was a hole, I double knit over the hole. It makes no sense if I can't show you. But yeah, I did that.
You basically duplicate stitched it.
Duplicate stitch, that's what it's called, sorry.
Wove in the ends at the end, right?
Well, yeah, but like where there was nothing left, you kind of just still make the stitches. But yeah, and then hook into them in the next row. But anyway. Yeah, so I just did that on this heel because there was just two little spots that were bad. But this one was terrible. So what I did is I just took off the whole heel picked up the stitches on either side. Now these had been a short row heel, so this was easy to do. I picked up the stitches on either side and then knit a thought heel on it, which is basically the same as a toe if you usually knit your socks top down. And this one I did with a solid yarn, and the reinforcement thread held doubled.
So it should last well.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
And yeah, the reinforcement thread is just like, it's kind of like the stuff you're making, like
it's
really
a strong wool.
sturdy.
Yeah,
it's not a soft. It's
Schachenmeyer?
No, Yavol.
Oh,
it's a Yavol.
It's a Yavol.
But yeah, and we have all sorts of colors, so I could have maybe matched better, but I didn't really care because they're heels, and nobody sees my socks anyway.
See, and it's so funny because she wears out the heels. I wear out right here under the toe pad. I've never blown out a heel.
I sometimes do, but that's usually easy to catch and duplicate stitch over. I don't know why I can never think of the word duplicate stitch. But yes, I do normally...
Because you're silly.
Blow out the pad of the heel.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, this one's already... I've been wearing it for a few weeks since. I had thought that I couldn't wear wool socks because I'm just always hot now because, it's that time of life. But then we had like a month of minus 40 and I wore wool socks. So
also you eventually stop having the hot flashes and then you're like, woo, wool socks!
It's not really hot flashes. It's just I'm always warm.
Yeah. Well, we keep the store warm. And when you're working.
And my mom's house is always hot.
Yeah, your mom is always
keeping it warm. Mom's house used to always be cold. We'd always be freezing. And now we're always just like, I'm going to just go outside and cool down for a bit.
Well, now she keeps it at like 23 or 24, which is...
No, it's not that high. It just feels like that.
I swear. Okay. Which is like 77, 78.
So yeah, I did some other darning too, but I just thought I'd bring these as a sample of what I did.
Yeah. And then what are your other gifty things?
Well, it's kind of tied into Whip Lucky Dip. So, if you don't know what Whip Lucky Dip is basically, I have a big old bin, this isn't even all of them, of all my things that just kind of got left at some point.
Abandoned partway through. Sometimes completely done, just need blocking.
Mm-hmm. And no, I don't put the completely done, just need blocking in here. I have a separate bin for that. And so last podcast, you pulled out one for me. Yeah. And it was great. It was just little like mini socks. And I actually already finished them because it's been so long because it was in October that we did that. I finished them all and I gave them to people. So I pulled something else out of my Whip Lucky Dip. And it was these socks that I had started long enough ago that I don't remember what the yarn is. Sorry, I'm terrible at this.
It was purchased at Hippie Strings in Sexsmith.
Yes.
And it's not Maid Marian. And I want to say it's the dyer in Calgary, but I can't remember her name.
That doesn't sound familiar. Actually, it might have been Maid Marian.
It's not Maid Marian.
Oh, okay. Anyway. It's lovely. It's these stripy ones. And I knit these. So I had a whole sock done and then about that much of a sock.
And now she has two.
And now I have two. And I knit them for my mom. And I gave them to her for Christmas. So that's why I was saying this was a gifty one.
Yeah.
And then she tried them on. And then I had to rip back the toes and add about 6 rows. And then knit the toes back on. But yeah. And they're just a plain old stockinette with a fish lips kiss heel on.
She... we had to run up to her mom's and say, can we steal your socks out of your drawer for the podcast and then bring them back?
Yeah, because I had to show something.
Yeah.
And I felt very accomplished because I pulled something out of Whip Lucky Dip. I finished them.
Yeah.
And
in time for Christmas.
Yeah. Yeah, they were actually...
You gave them to her for Christmas. Like, I think on the 26th or something. But...
No.
It was while you were still there.
They were complete. I actually for once gave her a complete thing. And then I had to rip them back and
redo the toes.
Redo the toes on both of them. Yeah. But I did it. given that I still haven't made her present from last year, that's pretty good.
Okay, so I think we should pull another Whip Lucky Dip for next time.
Okay.
So, Whip Lucky Dip is we grab something out of the whip basket.
And then by
she has
next
to do
podcast, I have to have it done.
So I'm going to grab something from the bottom.
Oh, I don't even know what that is.
Oh, I don't either. You haven't used that project bag in a while, though.
This project bag is very cute. It's very Canadian, and it's got
it's Coast Salish.
Yeah,
and
I always think Haida, but Coast Salish art in the maple leaves there, and it was made by our friend Liz.
Yeah.
Oh, so I just added this to the Whip Lucky Dip today.
Oh,
because I had to look at last time's podcast to see what I'd been working on then, and I couldn't even remember. This is what I've been working on then, and I haven't done a stitch since.
So you didn't even look what project bag you put it in. You just put it in.
No. I didn't remember what. I never know what project bag. So.
Okay, that's funny. So you are meant to finish that one for the podcast.
But this really won't take long. Well, no, that's all right. We're gonna podcast more often. Yeah. Anyway, so if you weren't there last time we podcasted, or have forgotten like I did, because I think basically what I did when we came home from the podcast, I just threw everything. Well, I put my whip bin back into the closet, but the stuff I was working on accidentally went on there too.
So then it was in the closet and you weren't seeing it, so you forgot about it.
So I did something else. Anyway, so this is Ella Ray.
Merino DK?
No, it's an Aran. Lace Merino Aran. And I'm making up a pattern, and I was supposed to finish this one, do one in a solid, and put the pattern up.
It's
I didn't. I will.
That's your Whip Lucky Dip project.
Is to finish this one and a solid.
This is mine.
From last.
This is the hat I was working on.
But you actually have worked on it.
Okay, fair.
They're a very slow knitter.
I am a very slow knitter, and I have mostly been working on, because I had the sweater that I was working on at home. This is just at knit night, and at knit night we're also up answering questions, getting drinks, helping people find books and stuff, because we're working. So it's very slow going when you only knit 2 rows a day. And this Thursday, I realized that the last inch or so, I was very distracted while I knit.
What'd you do?
And I had to pull it all out.
Oh, okay. You already pulled it out?
Yeah. So this is where I'm at. I actually had been up ready to start the decreases, and I realized I had messed a whole bunch of stuff up. So this is going to be, there's a free version of this up on our website. It's called Tranquility Ridge, I think, recipe right now, because it's just a basic recipe, but I'm writing out a pattern of this in a few different sizes, in fingering weight, as well as in our Tranquility Cashmere, which is a light fingering, so that it's more versatile for people. But I didn't finish it. So I think I'm really interested in the sweater, and I want to finish it for this winter.
That's cool.
But this will be a pattern that I release eventually. It's a really simple one. It might even be a free one, or like a $2 one, but I really like it. The yarn is part of the National Parks yarns from Fleece Artist. It is the cottage sock version. Organic cottage sock, not the original Parks colorways. But this...
No, it's one of the original Parks colorways.
It's not the original base that they did it in. It's in the reprint. Sorry, can you tell I work in books? But yes,
it's pretty.
It is the
CB Highlands.
CB Highlands.
I know, because I watched last time's podcast.
Yes. And it's this nice, like, grays and blues and greens. It's beautiful. It's going to be a fabulous hat, and it fits me. So it will be a sample for a while, and then it will be a hat for me when we don't have the yarn anymore.
Yeah.
So that's my other
and
project.
We have that yarn up online on Etsy. If
we do, and it's nice and soft, and like, I love BFL because it's a little stronger.
That's not BFL.
Cottage sock? Oh no, the old cottage sock base was BFL.
I don't think so.
Anyway, I love this base. It's nice. It's fairly strong. and the colorways are beautiful, and yeah, I love it. And I still have, when they had the original base, it did change like 10 years ago or something. Their cottage sock wasn't organic, and it was just a BFL sock. And I still have those.
80% merino, 20% nylon.
Yeah.
The old one was as well.
Anyway, I still have those socks. And I don't, like, I wear out socks fast. And I still have those socks. And they're not worn out. I've never darned them. Like, they're still in perfect shape. So, yeah. We love our fleece artist. And we don't have much left.
So my project that I'm working on right now, I've been pretty monogamous on this since I finished off Mom's socks.
Oh, you have?
I am making some socks. So
this is the yarn.
Yeah. And this is the rest of the ball. So, and I'm not going to get to the last color, which is kind of like there's like pink and blue and purple right at the end. Oh, yeah. I'm not going to get to the last color. So I think on the second sock, because I don't care if my socks match, I actually just kind of pick up 2 socks and go, oh yeah.
Start at the other end.
I'm going to start at the other end so that I get all the colors in. But it is Gusto Echoes Fingering. So,
and it comes in 2 little pre-separated minis. So if you knit socks, they're already separated in 2 50-gram balls.
Yeah, so we've had the Echoes Fingering for a while, but I haven't actually... I bought this ages ago and I was going to do something, but you know how that goes.
And Cindy has tiny feet, so she doesn't need 100 grams for socks.
No, I don't. and now they've come out with the worsted, which is what this is.
Yeah. Same colorways, just in worsted.
Yeah, and then I did the heel out of opal. It was just a solid opal that we had kicking around. Because
opal is great for heels and toes because it's harder wearing. And...
and it's a bit thicker, and I just find that it tends to...
You should have done it with this and the reinforcement thread.
I thought about that.
Because then you would have gotten to
more of them. Yeah, but...
You would have at least gotten the pink in.
But I didn't have any reinforcement thread that was anywhere close to this.
Those colors.
This kind of
greeny
yellow that I was in.
Yeah.
And so, so then I would have had a like variegated heel. And anyway, I really, really like it. I'm doing a top-down...
sock?
Top-down short row heel. I do Fish Lips Kiss heel all the time.
They don't fit me at all.
Yeah, I know they don't. And the stitch pattern is from the sock pattern called Petty Harbor by Raina Curtis. And I really like it, but I don't like a traditional heel flap and turn, which is what they had in their pattern. So yeah, I just adjusted. I basically just steal the stitch pattern from
She doesn't steal it. She buys the pattern.
Oh yeah.
And then
and I've actually knit these socks before. They're in my darning pile. I've knit these socks before, and I actually knit them according to the pattern. But I've really found recently that these heels fit me the best.
Yeah.
And I like doing them. I don't really like doing heel flap and turn. Yeah. So yeah.
I tend to do either heel flap and turn
or sweet tomato.
The sweet tomato heel. It's not quite as deep, but I have really narrow heels, so I end up with much less bulk.
And that's the reinforcement thread. I was actually going to hold the opal and the reinforcement thread together,
but it's already thicker.
And so, but yeah, and they just have like many different colors. Yeah. In these little spools, and they're great.
So
I'm really excited about getting. Strangely enough,
you should make mini socks out of the leftover yarn.
Oh, I'm totally going to. Yeah. Oh, and my pretty bag.
That is a pretty bag. My last project is this sweater that I've been working on. So I had shown this yarn on the last podcast
with just a cast on.
Yes, which was a second attempt at a sweater because I had switched what pattern I was going to make because I didn't want to do all the math to adjust it for my super narrow shoulders yet super wide hips. But I didn't love the way it was working out, so I went back to I Love Tin Can Knits and picked up the flax sweater pattern. So it is now a flax. And I just separated for the sleeves. And so now I can bring it to Knit Night and just knit for 5-6 inches before I start shaping for my butt and hips.
Yeah.
Basically. But I wanted a nice loose one, so I did this. Normally I'd wear like a 3X sweater or a 2X if I want it. 2X if I want it more fitted. Like this is a 2X. But so I did the cast on for the neck as though it were the 3X, so it was a more open neck, and then adjusted to do the 2X size from there down. And then when I get to the waist, I'll kind of go back to the 3X size to
you'll just
increase for the waist.
Fits.
And I did, there's optional short rows in this to raise the back a little, which I did. So the neckline, I didn't do as many as they call for. They call for 12 rows of short rows. I just did like 3 back and forth, so 6 rows. So it just raises the back a tiny bit. So it sits a little nicer.
Have you tried it on yet?
Yes, I tried it on last night.
Excellent.
Yeah, it won't fit over the sweatshirt.
Yeah, I know.
I used dental floss because I didn't bring my handy little stitch keepers, but I tied it really tight so it barely fit over. Like, I have fairly chunky arms. So the undone, that is ample around my arms. It's about like this.
You squished it up
but
a lot.
I tied up the stuff and I knotted it so it wouldn't come undone. So yes,
what's the
so
yarn?
It does fit. The yarn is yarn we bought from our friend Annie when she was closing up her shop in Calgary. It is Haynes Creek. It is Haynes Creek, and it's a marled yarn.
It's by Gathering Yarns.
By Gathering Yarns, and it's 3 ply, and so it's got 3 natural colors. I don't know if so you can kind of see there's a white kind of taupey color and a dark charcoal in there.
Don't worry, you showed it last time.
Oh, excellent. Cindy was rewatching the podcast this morning to see what she...
literally I could not remember what I had been working on, obviously, because it had been in my closet since then.
Yeah, so anyway, I love marled yarns. I love the way they look knit up. And everybody else was like, I don't know if that's too much for a sweater, but now that I've got a bit knit up and I hold it up, I really love the way it looks.
Yep, it looks good.
Yep.
From a distance. She kept going, do you like this? Like here. Like, how does this look? And I'm like, well, 2 inches away from my face, I don't like it. So
anyway, yes, this is my flax sweater.
Yeah.
And I'm hoping to finish it in the next couple of weeks because now it's just straight knitting.
You're not going to finish it in the next couple of weeks.
I'm hoping to finish it in the next couple of weeks. But in actuality, I'll probably finish it for next winter. Because I might finish the body in the next month or 2 if I do nothing else. But then I'll get to the sleeves and then it'll be late and getting warmer and I probably will be like,
I don't want this on my lap.
Yeah. So anyway, I will have a nice sweater ready for next winter and I'm excited for that.
Okay, that's all our knitting, right?
That is.
Do you have anything
all our
else?
knitting.
Okay. So books.
You start.
Oh, I don't know. I haven't been able to find books that I am interested in. This has been
because
plaguing me
there's
for quite
such a dearth of books.
We have 36,000 books, and I'm like, nah, nothing really looks interesting. But anyway, so we decided to do a
ridiculous
reading challenge this year. The 2 of us and Rebecca joined the Year of Goober book reading challenge. And so each month they give you 2 different prompts. It's a really cute little thing where there's a little ghosty and he's learning how to bake and it's very adorable. But in January, it was either a first in a series
or a prequel.
Yeah. Or an overdone trope. And I picked first in a series. So I'm actually reading a paper book. Oh. I've been doing lots of audio but nothing to report on. Ellis Peters, Morbid Taste for Bones. It's the very first in the Brother Cadfael series, which is really, really old. I think this one came out the year before I was born. Yep, 1977. And so it is set in 1137 and set in a monastery, and he's a monk. And yeah, anyway, it is interesting. I am not reading very fast. Oh, my lovely bookmark is a Band-Aid.
We sell bookmarks. We make bookmarks, and there's a Band-Aid as a bookmark.
Yeah, well, it's better than a piece of toilet paper. So, yeah, I just kind of grab whatever's nearby to use it.
Me too.
Yeah. I've had this on my to-read list for a long, long time because everybody always said, "Oh, they're great."
Are they cozies or just?
They're historical mystery.
They're like more like
say.
Agatha Christie, like not cozy but not dark.
They're definitely not dark.
Yeah.
Yeah. This one is about a bunch of the brothers went to a Welsh town to try to convince them to give them this saint's relics, and then of course someone dies because that's what happens.
It is
in most mysteries, not all mysteries, but
pretty close.
Yeah. It yeah. I don't know that I'll continue with the
series. You don't read a lot of mysteries.
I read
like you
tons
have
of
some
mysteries
that you love.
I read tons of mysteries.
But you don't.
Lou is on crack. I read tons of mysteries.
But you don't read a lot of old mysteries. Like the style of mysteries has changed. You read modern mysteries. I like old mysteries.
I don't know. I mean, I read Anne Perry, which is the same
genre. I guess that's about the 70s.
Well, not the same genre,
80s.
Same time period.
Yeah.
I mean, they got repetitive after a while.
Yeah.
But yeah. But then again, I was also reading those closer to when they came out.
Yeah, they didn't seem as dated then.
Anyway, it's interesting. Yeah, 50 years old. It's older than me. I don't know if you know this, but you're 50 years old too, you know.
That was a horrible...
They turned 50. They turned 50
I don't care that I'm
in
50.
December.
But saying that
that
book was 50 years old sort of...
Not quite. Next year.
Took my
not
breath
like
away.
you.
Yeah.
Anyway. Yeah. It's interesting. See, I thought I would really like it because I really like monks, priests. Oh, that's something I read. Okay, I can talk about that.
The historical stuff and the
I love historical. Yeah. It's all really interesting to me.
Ironically, not a religious person at all. Just loves that.
I am very interested in religion.
Yeah.
Like I just read or listened to an audiobook called Constantine's Sword, which is about basically why the Catholic Church has been horrendous to Jews for the last 2,000 years. It was very, very interesting. It was hard to listen to. But yeah, it was all about violence against Jews and you know, how well, not just Catholicism, but I mean, that's the more history behind there, but led to, you know, the Holocaust. But anyway, what are you reading? What did you read for
On that light note.
Yeah. What did you read for Year of Goober?
My Goober, I did the other prompt. I did the overdone trope. So I decided to read, since the prompt or the plot that goes behind all the James Rollins that I love is...
oh my God, it's the end of the world!
No, it's not.
No, it's not.
I decided that counted as an overdone trope.
It is certainly an overdone trope in your reading library.
So I read Kingdom of Bones, which is the, 13th or 14th in that series.
The Sigma Force series?
Yeah. And I just finished it last night before. It took a couple of days. They're easy, quick reads. But he actually...
Maybe I should try something like that, like something just
Totally
completely
different.
out of my wheelhouse.
Yeah. You might like a couple of them more than others. But this one, he had started writing it, and he includes like forewords and note to the reader in his books, and lots of footnotes about where he gets the research and the actual what is from historical record, what is from science and stuff. And so he did a quite a long foreword in this one about how he was writing it before the pandemic hit, but then he wasn't sure if he should finish it or release it because it was about a plague, or not a plague, but it was about a virus spreading uncontrolled. So he was like,
many times.
You know what I decided based on the fact that you are reading this. Mm-hmm. But I think he delayed it a bit.
That makes sense.
So, but it was one about nature and nature kind of trying to cleanse out the things that aren't natural or helpful to the environment. And so it was this
I don't know.
it was set in this one I don't think you'd like. It was set in Africa, in the DAR, in the DRC, Democratic Republic of Congo. Basically there was this outbreak. They didn't know what it was, but it was during a huge monsoon and people were displaced and things were moving quickly. So it spread faster because people and animals were all being...
There's monsoons in the DRC?
Just in that one area. But there were monsoons up above and it was washing down rain towards them.
I don't know. I associate monsoons with Africa. Is that just me? That's like Southeast Asia for me. Am I on crack, guys?
It was the rainy season. Maybe I chose the wrong word.
Okay. Rainy season makes more sense to me.
Okay, but things were washing out because they had a bunch of rain at once, much more than usual. And so people and animals were displaced, so they didn't know if it was just something that people didn't have natural immunity to in this area, or so the Sigma team is sent in to investigate. But it also had a crossover. So one of James Rollins' other series is about Tucker and Kane, and they're a ex-military guy and his service dog. And they have really awesome partnership. And so this is the second one in the Sigma Force series where Tucker and Kane come to help. So it was a really fun, I really like the Tucker and Kane ones. I think I'll probably read that series when I'm done this one.
Very cool.
So yeah, that's what I read from my Gooba read. But I just started another book yesterday because I needed to.
So I had totally forgotten that I read an entire series over Christmas, I think. So I watched Murder Before Evensong, which is on Prime, I think Acorn TV.
Yeah. You watched it because it had Matthew Lewis.
I did. It hit a few things. It had Matthew Lewis, who was Neville in the Harry Potter movies, and I love him. I have met him. He's a sweetheart. It was
about a priest,
which I'm interested. And it was written by what's his name? Richard Coles, who I have seen on many British TV. Like, I watch a lot of panel shows and stuff. So, like, Have I Got News for You and that kind of stuff. And I find him quite funny. So he was in a rock band when he was young, and then quit a rock band and became a priest. And then ended up
a writer.
He does that. He writes a lot in magazines and stuff, and he was on, like, I don't know, I'm a celebrity, get me out of here. No, it wasn't that one, but it was some kind of, yeah. He was on Dancing with the Stars, I think. Anyway, it's not something I watch. But so the TV show is very, very good. I highly recommend it.
It was very good.
I made my mom watch it, and then I made.
Is not my favorite trope,
but it was interesting.
Or world, but it was really good.
It made it really interesting.
A fabulous actor.
It's set in the 80s, and it's small town Britain, and someone dies, and then someone dies in the church, and so of course the priest is kind of involved in the investigation. So, the TV series I highly recommend. So I also read the books, which were good, but they were very, very, very taken up with how a priest works, what he does day to day. Like, it was very much the details of life, which I think a lot of people would just find boring as hell. I found them interesting,
Mm-hmm.
but strangely not as good as the TV series.
I was going to say the TV series, if you're in it for the mystery, the TV series takes some of that into account, but kind of you see clips of his daily life, but you also move through that more quickly.
And also, because the book kind of goes in chronological series, so the murder doesn't happen till about halfway, 2/3. Whereas in the show, it happens and then they flash back to the previous day and blah, blah, blah. And I just think they really nailed the, I don't know, like, they just made it way more pacey. They nailed the pace. Oh, okay. Words. And I hope
English
they do
is
more.
her first language, not mine.
Shush. I hope they do more of the TV series. It was interesting though, in they actually added more plots to the TV show. Than
I was going to
in the
say,
book.
I didn't read the books, but the TV show, I really loved, like, at the end, the resolution to the case. I loved how conflicted he was about, like, that the priest was about the resolution. It was not what he wanted, and he, you know, chose to act a certain way, even though he didn't feel it at all. And it was a nice...
I think they did a really good job.
Yeah.
And
Sorry, I was trying to say that without giving spoilers.
Yeah, well, the really funny thing is about the books, if you decide to read the books, read them in order, because they talk openly about what happened in the previous books, in each book.
So you will be spoiled if you don't read them in order.
Totally spoiled. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Anything? Oh yeah. Anything else? You started another book.
Oh yes,
Is it good so far?
I was gonna pull.
She was gonna pull out her phone.
I was gonna
Except we're
pull out
recording
phone.
on.
Yes, I had a bunch of credits on Audible, so I started an Audible book. It was one of the ones that it recommended to me that I thought I would try while I had extra credits. And it's another fiction genre, but now I can't even think of what it's called or who the author is.
That's hilarious.
But I have a few books on the go and a few series on the go, so that's part of it.
So never mind.
So never mind.
What else? Oh, I started watching My Life is Murder.
Oh,
which is Lucy Lawless, so Xena, for any of you our age. I never actually watched Xena. That's the funniest thing. Like, she is Xena in my brain, but I'd never watched Xena.
Xena was awesome.
My sister really loved Hercules and then Xena. So, I mean, I saw them, but I never actually watched them. But so anyway, she's a retired cop who gets convinced to kind of help out with some by a current detective with cases that aren't necessarily
like they were closed, but he doesn't think they were a proper resolution. Like ones where there was no proof that anything fishy had gone on. There was a death, and he thinks it might have been a murder, it might have been an accident, but they closed it because there was no proof. So he gets her to...
And so she can kind of, act not like... She can do things that cops really wouldn't be able to do. She can do things that cops on TV shows do, but cops in real life wouldn't be able to.
Yeah, fair.
It's really interesting. Like in a couple episodes, she goes undercover kind of thing, and they're really cute. The first season I think was set in Australia, but now I'm on to the second season, and she's moved back home to New Zealand. Yeah, they're really fun so far, and I think there's 5 seasons, and I only have 2 weeks, 10 days left on my subscription, so I gotta watch them fast or just live without.
Yeah. But it's Lucy Lawless.
It's so funny. She's amazing. She's 56 now, and she looks so good for her age.
Yeah.
Well, no, she looks so good.
She looks so good.
Yeah, but basically all I know Lucy Lawless from is Xena.
Xena. Well, and she had a part in the
Marvel.
Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Yeah, I totally forgot about that.
Yeah. She also was in a movie called Swarm.
I was gonna say she's in a lot of your like
Yeah.
bee movie.
No, those are Yellow Jackets, not bees.
Bad.
I love bad bee movies.
They're terrible. I walk in, I see what's on the TV, and I go to my room.
Actually, lately, when I'm watching TV, I've been watching The Rookie. I had never watched it before, and Hannah's daughter has been watching it, and I caught a bit, and I was like, oh, that looks interesting, and then I got hooked.
It's kind of cute. I've watched a few episodes with Lou, but it didn't catch
grab
me
you.
enough. No.
Yeah.
I kind of go through periods of if a cop show is there for me, and I mean right now if I'm gonna watch anything with cops I'll watch 9/11, but I'm a couple seasons behind. I'm like 3 or 4 seasons behind. Yeah, and yeah. Sorry.
Ran out of train.
Yeah.
The tracks
No,
are
ran
just
out of the
gone.
tracks. Yeah.
I think that's it for us.
I think that's it. Yeah.
Tell
Nice
us
to
what
see
you've
you.
been knitting on and what you've been spinning and crocheting and reading and stuff. We'd love to hear because we love recommendations. Actually, there was one other thing we were going to talk about. We just we opened up applications for vendors for our Peace Fiber Fest in April.
Yay.
And so previous vendors have had a couple of weeks to apply because they get first option. But then applications open up to the public this week. And then we've got, I think, about 15 vendors already. So the rest will either be new vendors or previous vendors, depending on who applies first now. But it's shaping up nicely. We've got a good variety already. Some woodworkers, some yarn makers, some like people who do fiber and hand spun and lots of dyers and stuff. So, and we've got
Is there lots of dyers?
Yeah, a couple of the
Excellent.
people have been hand dyers, and then we've
don't.
had somebody who's interested in teaching a class, and
2.
Somebody else.
Yeah,
now?
I told you, Mary.
Right, Mary came in.
Mary taught our learn to spin on a spindle last few years, and she
It's
came
always
in,
a popular
She came in
class.
to tell me that she is thrilled to do it again, and she's all excited about it already. So yeah,
we're very excited to have her back. It's always a popular class. So
yep.
Anyway, so we're in the planning stages for Peace Fiber Fest. It's going great. If you're in the area in northern BC or Alberta, it is the last Sunday of April. So plan for a little trip. It's a lot of fun. It's a one-day thing because it's a smaller one, but we usually have about 400 or 500 people and about 24 to 25 vendors, including ourselves.
That's my job. See, Lou organizes the whole fest, and I organize our booth.
Yeah.
Which means I gotta get some yarn in.
We've just placed the first order.
Yes.
Post Christmas is now buy stuff to replace what we sold.
Yeah.
See if we want anything new for Fiberfest because some stuff takes a little longer to get in. So.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're in the planning stages. It's going well. We're looking forward to it, and we hope to see you there. But you'll hear from us at least once before then.
No, you might get some podcasts with just me.
Yes.
I don't know how that'll go, or I'll make Rebecca sit. She won't go on camera, but she can sit there and just talk to me.
Yeah.
Never mind. Anyway, we're gonna try to be a little more regular. We'll see how it goes.
Even if there are shorter ones with just one of us,
Yeah.
I think that's maybe the.
It's just that Lou has this thing called a life now, and it's weird. And
Weird.
I still don't have a life, so it's fine.
You
I can podcast.
do. You just head in the other direction when you go visit your wifey.
My wifey.
Her wifey is the equivalent of a work wife, except they don't work together.
Yeah.
But Rebecca is sweet and has a lovely husband, but they're really good friends.
Who thinks it's hilarious that I'm his wife's wifey? Yeah. Anyway, but yeah,
It all
I
came
get
about
together with
because
her.
of a dream.
I get
it's a
together
joke,
with
but-
her once a week. You see Hannah every single day,
Yes, I do.
but
She lives out of town, and so I go out there alternate weeks. So
Hannah and I share custody.
Anyway, it's harder to arrange a podcast when you have to figure out how to get together because you're not in the same town. So,
Yeah.
It is what it is.
Woot, woot, woot. I mean, we still work together every single day.
Yes.
But heaven forbid we finish a work day and then podcast, because you might see a totally different side of us.
Yeah, at the end of the workday, we're
just
not
like,
usually...
I'm sick of you, go away.
Cindy especially. I got her a mug for Christmas. One of the ladies at our knit night does like travel mugs and stuff, and she has these big, huge ones. And one of them had an angry cartoon Bigfoot on the front, and on the back it says, "I hate people." And I was like, I need that for Cindy.
It's perfect.
At the end of the day, that is Cindy's mood.
Often at the beginning, too.
No, mostly at the end.
It was so funny, like, the first week we were back after Christmas, because we took a break at Christmas. I mean, we did inventory, so it wasn't really a break, but it was a break from customers.
And we did repairs and...
Oh, yeah. Anyway, like, the first week we were back, there was a kid in, and it was one of those cases where normally it would just drive me nuts, and I was laughing, and Dan was like, "Wow, you had a good Christmas. You're in a good mood." I'm like, "Shut up."
When you're not overwhelmed.
Yeah.
Things don't hit
boop,
as
boop,
hard.
boop,
But anyway, we're gonna head off. Yeah. Oh, I should show my sweater. Okay, this summer I went home for summer break, and we went on a whale watching tour, and it was super foggy, and I was cold, so I bought this sweater. But it's a beluga face, and it says "Beluga dans la brume," which is like beluga in the fog, because he's all white. It's very cute.
Yeah.
Anyway. Okay, we will leave you with that.
Have a good whatever it is when you're watching this.
Have a good day, night, month. See you next time.
Yeah. Bye-bye.
Bye.